Okay, so before we get going, we're going to go ahead and grab the injector data that we need out of Holly. Again, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. So I like to just use information that I have, that I know, and that works. So we're going to go ahead and open up our Holly V6. This is for HP and Dominator, but it really doesn't matter. You can also use the Terminator software as well. We will open up it doesn't matter, just open up a tune, and then we're going to go to our system and config, and now we should be able to see different injector sets. So come here and look at all these injectors that you can get injector data from. Okay, now a lot of them are Holly injectors, and there's your GM injectors. But what we can do is you can see right there, 60-pound Simmons Deca-4 injectors. You got to choose the right one. When you choose it, this gives you the information. So this is a 60-pound injector, 60 pound at 43 psi. Okay, so we're going to want to convert that to 58 psi. But in the meantime, we're going to get our injector off times right here. Now, Holly does things in volts, Aces does things in millivolts. So you have to add 2 zeros to our chart. Okay, and because I can't remember, I think it's like 896 or 809.6, 11.2, and so forth. I'm just going to write them all down because I can't remember off the top of my head. But I'm gonna write on my chart, my page here, for 8 volts. That's 1.42, and then 88. And I'm just going to write the voltage first. 88, 9.6, 10.4, 11.2, 12.0, 12.8, 13.6, 14.4, 15.2, 16.0, 16.8, 17.6, 18.4, 19.2, and 20. Now we're going to write down our milliseconds. That's our off times. So we already wrote down 1.42, so it's 1.20, 1.02, 0.90, 0.82, 0.74, 0.68, 0.62, 0.56, 0.50, 0.44, 0.41, 0.39, 0.35, 0.32, and then at 20 volts, it's 0.28. So it should make sense, right? The more voltage that's applied to the injector, the less off time is. The off time is the amount of time that when voltage hits it until it's open. Okay? Does that make sense? So it takes time. Everything doesn't run perfect, instantaneous. So at 20 volts, if you have 20 volts of juice going to that injector, the computer is going to say, okay, I need to calculate for a 0.28 millisecond space before the injector actually puts fuel into the combustion chamber. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and close this out. And now we're going to open up a browser. No, we don't want to save anything. And we're going to find out what it takes um, to convert a 60-pound at 43 to a 60-pound at 58. Okay. So I always just go fuel, injector, pressure, calculator. Calculate, enter, and then injector versus flow. This is a good one. So old injector rate, I think, yeah, pound per hour. So we go over here, and our injector flow rate is 60 pound per hour at 43 and a half. That's 3 bar, and we're going to change it to 4 bar, which is 58. So we calculate. So our new pressure is 69.3. So do you see how you can make you can get a little more juice out of your fuel injectors if you're up in the fuel pressures? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and connect to Jackpot 2. Let's enter. We've got our ignition on already, so we're going to connect to ECU. All right, we've connected successfully. Click on the gear. We should see 378 cubic inches. It didn't update our injectors, but we're going to go ahead and connect that, fix that here now. So we said our new injector rate is 69.3. So we're going to correct that to 69.3. Enter. All right. And now we need to correct our injector off time. So we're going to go over here to our fuel. And then we're going to go to our X point. And so at X point, right here, and now we have to fix our injector voltages, right? So you can see it's 6,000, 8,000, 10, 12, 14, 16, but that doesn't align with the data that we have. What we're going to actually do is we're going to start at the top and we're going to look at our list and we're going to start with 8 millivolts or 8 volts, which is 8,000 millivolts. So we're going to put 8,000 millivolts and then we're going to skip one on our list. Okay. And we're going to do 9.6, which is 9,600 millivolts. And then we're going to skip one on our list. And the next one would be 11.2, so 11,200 millivolts. All right. And then 12.8 volts, which is 12,800 millivolts. We're going to skip one, and then we're going to do 14.4 volts, which is 14,400 millivolts. We're going to skip 15.2, and the next one would be 16, so 16,000 millivolts. And then we're going to skip 16.8. And the next one is 17,600, 17,600. And then, so we'll skip 18.4. And then the last one we'll use is 19.2, which is 19,200 millivolts. So now our battery voltage is correct. I'm sorry for the foul up on that. So our battery voltage, we will now be able to have our scale match on our injector off time. So now, if we go back to our one-dimensional table, you'll see here injector off time, our battery voltage has changed. And so now it matches what we put, 8,000, 9,600, 11,2, and so on and so forth. So now we go back over here to our 8 volts, and at 8 volts, it's 1.42 milliseconds, but we got to convert it to microseconds. So microseconds is 1,420 microseconds, right? So we go 9,600 millivolts is 1.02 microvolts, which is 1,000, I'm sorry, 1.02 millivolts, which is 1.020 microvolts. Okay. So you see, kind of see what we're doing here. 11.2 or 11,200 millivolts is 820 microseconds. And then 12,800 millivolts is 680 microseconds. 14,400 millivolts is 560 microseconds. 16,000 millivolts is 440 microseconds. 17,600 millivolts is 390 microseconds. And then 19,200 millivolts is 320 microseconds. So again, we took that data, we took volts and millivolts from Holly, and we converted it to millivolts. Sorry, we took volts and milliseconds and converted to millivolts and microseconds in Aces. I know, I know, but we did it. Okay. So now we're going to write this to ECU. Make sure, I don't know if it does it automatically. Uh, okay. So it's on. We're going to make sure we have that. And we keep going. Okay. Now the other thing is under because one of the things to do to help startup on these is to make sure you have your ETB gain at 35. And I believe it's under idle settings. And we go here, it's probably already at 35 because of the previous uh tune I had in it. Let's see where is 35? Or I'm sorry, it's ETB max gain, I think is what it is. Let's see, is it down here? Oh, ETB max bypass air. See, it's at 18 degrees. Let's change that to 30 to 35 degrees for startup. Okay, that seems to help startup on the drive-by-wires. So ETB max bypass air. So that's under your idle config right here, and then it's under custom item ETB max bypass air. Change that to 35, and that's going to really help. Um, it should really help start this.